Good morning, Limitless Network. My name is Zimo Solanki, and it's great to be with you guys here today. So welcome to another Tea with Z. And like I mentioned, absolutely stoked to be here with you today. And today, we're going to be talking a little bit about values. I was chatting with a colleague over this past couple of days and really seen, I guess, a lot of discussion about in our local media, but also coming out of COVID, about companies and individuals looking for places where they're actually valued in their workplace, but also a culture where there's actually, I guess, an emphasis on living by the values. Values, traditionally, in my experience, have always been something that have been created by the leadership team or even by a corporate team, stuck on a wall, and never really looked at again. And when you look at the culture of an organization, the culture of an organization at its foundations is based upon shared values. When we look at the values within our organization, we are a collective group of people and talent within our organization. So we've got our personal values and we've also got our professional values. And when those two don't align, they're like putting two negative ends of a magnet together. You're getting a lot of repulsion. But when they are aligned, we get cohesion, but we also get a blend. Now, when we are working in our workplace, we often think about the fact that we're at our workplace probably more than than our home lives. And when we look at that equation and the fact that there's no, I guess, real emphasis for a lot of organizations to really dig deep and understand the values of their individuals within their organization, but also to really live by the values of the organization itself, then how can we expect a culture that fosters positivity, positive fosters growth within our organization, but also fosters, I guess, what we want to live by, what we want to stand for, what we want to be known for. And now, a real big buzzword that I've noticed lately is it's Tea with Z for a reason. So if you haven't got your cuppa right now, by the way, go and grab it. But what I've noticed a lot in lately is the word about being an employer of choice. Now, something that's really sparked up, I guess, this debate is we've just seen in the media right now is this Wesfarmers bid to acquire Australian Pharmaceutical Industries, which is the organization that I guess is really known for owning the Priceline Pharmacy Group and that brand. Now, when we look at organizations like Wesfarmers and their sort of, I guess, organizations within their brand, and you look at, say, take Bunnings, for example, and Bunnings is well known throughout Australia and also internationally. But I guess what they've done is created a culture around the people within that business. You look at all of their advertising, you look at all of their marketing, and it's always the people that are actually there advocating for the products that they sell, for the solutions that they deliver to their customers. Now, did you know that on average, Bunnings, you will spend, and Bunnings have done this calculations, you will spend close to $100,000 in your life as an adult at Bunnings. Now you got to wonder and go, well, geez, if the average value of a single person, single adult, is worth around $100,000 to Bunnings, that is huge. And when we obviously extrapolate that down over a lifetime, and as they grow and develop even more, we've obviously got to be buying into their culture as consumers. We've obviously got to be buying into their values and aligning, well, ensuring that Bunnings aligns to our values. You know, it's very rare when we will change our personal values to align with another company's unless we see true value in that and an intrinsic value in that. And so when we look at these sorts of companies, it's really interesting to know that, you know, obviously these are massive companies, but what are we doing down to our own personal levels, or what are we doing within our own small business? Do you know your own family values? And, you know, have you sat down and actually explored what your personal values are like within your own household? You know, and something that we've done ourselves, you know, with my wife, Natasha, as you know, we've welcomed our daughter into the world just over 5 months ago. She turned 5 months last week. And before she arrived, you know, we took the time and we sat down and we really identified the values that, I guess, of our household and what we want to raise our daughter in and the culture of our home. And so, why, you know, there's no difference to doing that in the workplace. Yet, you know, values to me is kind of this hyped word, it's this buzzword that gets used and thrown around. And really, at the end of the day, is it a gimmick in your organization or is it the actual game changer? You know, I've gone in so many people's organizations and I've just seen these values stuck up on the wall and it's got the corporate branding on it. And I go out and I ask a team member and I say, can you tell me one of this organization's values? And they can't. And so for me, that speaks volume. If they are working within your organization, and we even ourselves as people are working within organizations, and we can't recite the values that we're immersed in, that we're meant to abide by, meant to live by, you know, and that's a very key distinction there. Either abide by, you know, and that's sort of a direction to follow these values versus live by, you know, and you tell me which one you're going to get more out of. If somebody's living by these values, they are intrinsically motivated to embody them, to embrace them, to breathe them, and to promote them. And through the promotion of our values within our organization, we attract like minded people. And that's really important as well, is because at the end of the day, who do you want entering your organization? Who do you want working in your organization? Who do you want shopping in your organization? Who is your ideal talent? Who is your ideal client? And do they match the values within your business? Or are you attracting and are you wondering why you're attracting staff, not talent, in your organization that don't necessarily align with what you do? And I guess when I ask that, how do you go about educating your team what your values are? How do you go about actually embodying and living your values day to day? And when we do that, it's really important that we actually assign meaning to our values. Because at the end of the day, like I mentioned, if values are just stuck up on a wall and don't mean something to somebody or don't resonate with somebody, then they're just still words on the wall. And one thing I found really powerful with chatting with some others as well is the ability to communicate in values. You know, at the end of the day, we all have our own values, but some of our values in our team might slightly differ. And as a result, our lack of understanding or our miscommunication can be seen as being detrimental to the culture. But essentially, what it is just not aligning to their values in the way in which they need to receive or to give information. And what that ultimately results in, and at the end of the day, when we talk about culture and values of an organization, what is the end goal? It is maximizing performance, it is maximizing outcome, it is ensuring that the business and our is performing at its peak, but also the talent within our business are enjoying being there, that they are advocating for the business, that they see value in going above and beyond in the business because it means something to them. And to me, values are a fundamental part of the organizational foundations, not only in our personal lives, but in our professional lives and in the businesses that we run. So, my question to you is, how are you communicating your values? How are you even developing your values within your organization? And how are you living those values each and every day? Because culture is this buzzword, and at the end of the day, we all know what culture is. But the fact that there is this, I guess, understanding, or sort of, I guess, this sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess with culture, there's this understanding that it should be coming from a management down. But to me, culture works both ways. Culture within an organization, it's so important that it's a collective movement. Everybody in an organization is responsible for the culture of that organization. Everybody within a household is responsible for the culture of that household. Everybody within a community is responsible for the culture of that community. And underpinning the culture of all of these elements are our values. So that's my question. That's my, I guess, my thought for the day is, what are your values? Are they just stuck up on the wall, and are they a gimmick? Or are they actually a game changer within your organization and something that truly, truly allows you to excel? So that's it from me today. Once again, now when I sort of reference about the Limitless Network, and my belief is that we're all health entrepreneurs in our own right. And as a result, whether in our personal lives, our professional lives, or whatever, we are all health entrepreneurs. And when we look at values, and this is actually a really, really good topic, when we talk about values, what often comes up in our values is health. So my question to you is, what are you doing in your life to take charge of your health entrepreneurial journey? And this here is a group of like-minded people that are here, I guess, designed to support one another in a peer-supported network, who in some way, shape, or form believe that we're all health entrepreneurs. We've got so many different disciplines within this organization. We've got manufacturers, we've got, health professionals, we've got people from corporate worlds, we've got engineers, we've got even, we've got people that are working in various industries, including cleaning. At the end of the day, the miraculous power of, and COVID has really highlighted this. When did cleaning companies even see themselves as health entrepreneurs? Yet at their fundamental core, that is what they do, is ensuring that they're creating healthier communities through cleaner surfaces and cleaner environments. So that's that's the Limitless Network, a group of like-minded peers. I definitely welcome you, and we as a community welcome you and encourage you to join. And essentially, it's all about supporting one another to really, I guess, maximize our own health entrepreneurial journey. So a little shout out for that there, and would love to obviously see you there. But that's all for me today. I will catch you tomorrow with Tea with Z. We are, this week we're doing it around the 8 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard time zone. And with love for you to continue to join us. So thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Once again, are your values a gimmick or a game changer? Take care now. Bye.